Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just want to make sure that this time I don't make the same mistake I made last time with the audio. So I think everything should be okay. Yeah, let me just make sure. Okay, no echo. Okay. All right. So, since last stream, well, actually, let's say, what did we do last stream? So last week we worked on Linux. Let me see here. Yes, we implemented. That was the 24th. Yep. Ah, yes, I remember. Yeah, so we did this. We talked about how SDL2Net now builds on VC package thanks to a pull request I opened, which was really cool. And then after that, we started working on some tasks. Mainly, we did the set console control handler so that you can do Control C to break in Linux and not break out, not kill the program, which is the default. And we also integrated line noise in order to have the console history in the debugger, specifically on Linux and eventually for Mac. And I might actually use it for Windows. I just have to take a look because it's got some nice features that, like the ability to save the history file. In fact, let me write that down on my to-do list so I don't forget. Use line noise for Windows and enable the history file save load feature. And there was something else I want to do for line noise, which is look into line noise license and attribute correctly. Okay. Everything looks good. All right, so the next thing on the list for our Linux version is set focus, set console focus. Oh, by the way, one thing that's really been cool is that I've been working on setting up AppVeyor. No, not AppVeyor, sorry. Setting up, what's it called again? Travis, that's it. So I've set up Travis CI for doing Linux builds, and it's actually working. It took me actually quite a while to get it working, just because it's more of a workflow issue. I didn't the way I did it was I just kept pushing. I have this, in fact, you can see it here. I have this long branch of Travis test where I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing things, and just waiting for Travis to build and see if it would work, which is not really the most optimal way to do it. Like, I've looked online and you're supposed to, one way you can do it is you can actually download the Travis Docker image and you can actually do everything locally, which is a lot faster. But I didn't really feel like doing that. And this is not something where I was just sitting there waiting. I would just, push a change and then do something else and eventually come back to it. So it's fine. So, all of this will be collapsed and won't actually remain like this. But the point is that I now have a Travis, there's a Travis YAML file here that describes how to build, and it uses VC package and everything. And at the end, I even end up archiving everything and pushing it to my FTP, which means that technically it can be downloaded onto a Linux, the binary and everything, the whole package can be downloaded and extracted in a Linux environment. Right now it's only Ubuntu, and I don't know if it'll work in anything else, but it works, so that's kind of cool. There was one thing I need to figure out. It looks like there's still a dependency, where I wrote it down somewhere here. Yeah, there's a dependency on Roar Audio, and I don't know if it's, you know, if I should be asking users to install Roar Audio, like, you know, apt install Roar Audio, or whether I think I should figure out how to package the runtime library that's required. So yeah, that's still a minor thing I got to look into. But if you're a Linux user and you're interested, I will make this available soon, and it'll be posted on the front page of the GitHub repo. So basically, if you go here to Vectrexy, so there'll be another here. This is Vabvair. There'll be another of these things here for Travis, and I'll say here download in Vectrexy, and I'll say Ubuntu 64-bit or something. So you can always try that. In fact, if you want to try it now, it's not very complicated. It's basically the same link that's here. You see how this basically expands to this URL to Vectrexy. If you append _Linux, it'll end up downloading this zip file here. It's about 4.7 megs. And in there you'll have everything, including this built binary that was built on Travis. So if that's something that interests you, if you want to give it a whirl on your Ubuntu, like I said, you'll probably have to install libroar. But yeah, any feedback would be welcome. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay. Try to find myself again in here. Oh yes, this was all the GLM stuff that I was looking into. Try and close things I don't need. Oh, actually, this is not the right one. Okay, let me close this. This is my clean one. This is why it didn't look familiar. It's like, where is everything? Alright, so let's open up. What was it again? To get back my mouse? Something like Control-Alt? Yeah, that's it. So sorry, I'm gonna have to load my image here. Oh, okay, at least it's a restore. I don't know why this is taking so long. Let that shut down. That's cute. That's new. Don't know why it's showing me that now. Okay, this looks a lot more familiar. So let's go into full screen. I think I need to actually pull that last change. Okay, yeah, it was just a minor change to the README. Okay. So let's get back into it. So we were saying that we want to work on the focus stuff. Now, for focus, if we go back here to SDL engine, I think I have a call here for focus. It's a platform call, of course. So I have these two calls, set focus main window and set focus console. And yeah, the deal here was about this get main window handle, where right now, that's right, if SDL video driver windows, we return this window handle. Now, I'm guessing I'm going to get a GTK handle, maybe. I don't know what kind of handle we get on Linux, so let's go take a look if we can find this defined. May not be able to find it because I haven't really set up, yeah, I'm not really set up here to do searches through external dependencies. Would be nice though. Would be nice if like if VS Code could figure out the paths for IntelliSense based on my CMake environment. I guess that's not something that's doable, although it would make a lot of sense. Let me just take a look. Maybe this thing. What is this weird? Okay, there we go. So for the moment, to use IntelliSense, you need to create a CPP properties JSON file. And in this file, you need to specify the include path and defines when to use, both things that CMake knows perfectly well. So that would be really nice if CMake tools could have the possibility to take over this file and update it depending on the currently selected build type, especially on big projects, the one I'm working on, where I have like 50 plus include paths and tens of defines. There is another extension which does what you're asking, CMake tools helper. Huh. CMake tools helper, that's kind of cool. Okay, looks like there's like some pull requests open for VS Code CMake tools. And I don't know if I really want to use that extension though, because I am generating it myself, but maybe. CMake. I have this already. What does this do? Oh, this is a vector of bool. Provide the native developer a full-featured, convenient, and powerful configure plus build workflow for CMake-based projects within the Visual Studio Code editor. That sounds kind of neat, though. Well, why don't we try it? Could be cool to find out if this does what I need. And if it doesn't, well, whatever. We'll make do. Would you like to opt in to send anonymous error and exception data to improve CMake tools? Sure. Why not? CMake tools has scanned for available kits and saved them to a file. Would you like to edit the kits file? I don't know what that means. Oh. Oh, that's cool. CMake kits. So this goes into local, share, CMake tools, CMake kits. All right. I mean, I still have my custom tasks here. Settings. Launch. Now, okay, CMakes. What I'd like to see is, can I do this thing of adding a properties file? So let's go take a look at the extension again, because usually there's information on how to use it. Okay, so I see. So with this, you can basically skip the step of actually generating your own build folder and actually have it do everything for you. That's kind of neat. CMake build F7. Ah, that's fascinating. Would it work if I do F7? Yeah, look at that. And you pick your compiler. Right. I probably have to configure it to give it the path to, I guess that's what that file would be for, isn't it? The works, where is it again? Hey, where did that file go? CMake one. Huh. Environment variables to pass. So here's the kind of thing I can set up if I really wanted to. That's kind of neat, actually. Enable CMake server, trace log to file. And then these are the commands. Now the thing I'm mostly interested in is, can it create that? Oh, maybe I need to install the C++ tools for that though. Let me see. Yeah, with CMake kits was the file I was looking at before. This, I think, is what I need. Oh, it's already installed. Preview. Yeah, that's it. I need the IntelliSense stuff. So how do we activate the IntelliSense? How does it work with C++ and IntelliSense? Okay. CMake tools won't do this on its own, but you can use compile commands JSON in conjunction with Microsoft CPP tools extension. Set the value of compile commands to point to build.dir compile commands.json, or build.dir is a build directory used by CMake tools. The default binding is workspace root build, so the default value of compile commands would be workspace root build compile commands. Okay, let's see if this is true. It says I need like a external STL engine. Looks like it is fine. Although I don't think this is actually the right one, is it? No. It's finding some of the headers, but it's not finding the right ones. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that's right. We can use this compile commands. See CPP properties. Okay, let's try this. It looks like actually I don't really need this tool to do it for me. I think this tool just makes it a little bit easier. CPP edit configurations. Let's do this. No, it wasn't that. It's edit configurations. Okay. And then here it says include path. And set the compile commands property. Workspace folder. Right, so we just need to generate the compile commands. I just need to really do this once. I don't, and update it rarely. CMake generate compile commands. CMake export compile commands. So we just have to pass this, I guess, equal to on or something. Make file in Ninja generators. So if I just do CMake -d on, since when is STL2net not available? VC package list. It's here. STL2net. Maybe it got screwed up by the CMake thing in here. Ah, that sucks. That's probably what happened. Remove CMake cache. Okay, well, while we're at it, let's turn on this variable. we go. Okay, there's our compile commands JSON file that's been generated. Just to show what that looks like. Oh, these are CPP properties file that we were just looking at here. No. So if we go into build, compile commands here, see basically for each one of the CPP files we have to build, we have here the directory to be in and the command used to compile it. So this will include all include paths, like here we can see that's where it should find SDL2. So now let's see if this actually made a difference, because this here is supposed to find the compile commands from here. So if we go to platform, or no, SDL engine, why does it close it? Okay, that's why. And if we try, there we go. So you see how now these have squiggles under them? That's interesting. Now I should have 12. It's not going to the right one. Add to include path. No, that's not what we want. The extension can get information. This is the C++ extension, right? Maybe I need to take these out. There's defines. There's no includes. Just to be sure, I'm going to put the full path here. Oh, this actually worked. It's opening the right one. Oh, that's really neat. Wow, that totally worked. So I think I don't need the CMake tools thing. I'm just going to remove this because I'm afraid of it messing up my CMake file again. But I do think actually it is really useful, and probably if I'd start this again, I would try to use that tool instead of having to generate myself. You just have to set it up correctly. Alright, so now that we have that, let's get back to work here. It's SDL engine. No, it was platform. I want to look at platform. Oh no, yes, it is SDL engine. And I want to look at set focus, get main window handle, and I want to go see this structure here. Nice. How do I... There we go. So this is if you're in Windows, that's what we're using for Windows. WinRT X11, so I guess this is the one we want. I'm guessing this is the file, yeah, that's one. Coco UI kit. So I'm guessing it's this here, the X11 display or the window, probably. That's the one I probably want. What is this window here? GUI window. So is this a GDK thing? XID, so it's an XID. Okay. Set input focus. Use and set input focus. So I guess that's the function we want to look at. Set input focus with a UID or something. X set input focus. You give it a display. It does beg the question of whether SDL already has this. Probably does, right? I could just do this, SDL set window input focus, at least for the window part, and then I could get away from having to do this platform specific stuff. So that would be a lot smarter. And then I just have to worry about setting the focus on the console. Let's take a look at this. Set focus again. So I guess I wouldn't really need this. I wouldn't need to do this platform set focus. We could just do SDL set window focus. Set window input focus and just give it g_window. So that should at least set it for this. So let's see if this works. Taking its time. Come on. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Hello? Oh, what just happened? Oops. Try that one more time. Like just hung there. Oh, okay, there we go. Now, what I wanted to check was if we say go or continue, see, it doesn't set the focus back here. So that's what it should have done, this change. Let's see, did we actually... Sure that I'm actually going through here. I don't remember if I built it. I think I built in release, so it's not going to actually have debug symbols, right? No, it's not. No big deal. See, that's the kind of thing that CMake extension could do for us. You could switch between the different configurations. I'm sure everything would be set up really nicely. Why does it seem to hang like this? This is new. Kind of annoying. Hello? Come on. And now it links. Okay. Anyway, we should be able to debug it now. And there we go. So we hit this function, but it doesn't do much. So I do remember there was some finicky stuff in set focus to make the stuff actually work for Windows. I do wonder if the SDL one will do the right thing on Windows. Let me just take a look again. Set focus. Yeah, like there's this crazy global mutex to avoid deadlock. Oh yeah, this messy stuff. Attached thread input. Yeah, it looks like I might have to keep this kind of thing for Windows. So maybe what we could do is, by default, the implementation will take the SDL window and call the SDL function. Something like that. I'll have to think about that. But first we got to make this SDL one work. So let's see, how does this work? Maybe I need to do like a raise window before doing this, or do both. You almost certainly want SDL raise window instead of this function. This function is only supported on X11? That's fascinating. Okay, so it does look like it's raised window. Why would this one... Okay, maybe the other one is only supported on X11, and this one would work for both. It will be interesting to try this on Windows. I have a feeling it's not going to do what we expect. What is going on? My CMake file got messed again? You know, I wonder if it has something to do with those files. I don't think so. Wow. Definitely running a lot slower than usual. What's going on my machine here? Yes, I've noticed. I feel like there's like an extension or something now that's getting in the way. Maybe I like messed something up. I haven't really had this experience before, but it doesn't make any sense. Don't like this. Should take a look at my tasks file. Did it get modified or something? No, it's exactly the same. Just calls make. Oh well. Hey, linking. Okay, finally. Yeah, I think this might be like a thing where on Linux nothing is allowed to steal focus. So now see it just says Vectrex is ready, and then you can click and it'll give focus. That's probably like an option or something. Maybe it's an Ubuntu thing. Aha. Focus stealing prevention level. Interesting. Get keyboard focus. Not that useful, but I like this idea of the stealing prevention level. I wonder if it's like in the settings or something. Raise maybe? So nothing related to windowing. Compiz config settings manager. Let us try it. General options, focus on race behavior. Like, I don't know, do people who use Linux or Ubuntu actually configure these things? I would find that in certain cases it's useful to have focus stealing. Okay, so it's installed now. CCSM and then general options. Is that really in here? Compiz config. So that's what I just installed. Let's take a look. Okay. Huh, it's nice. So I guess it's just some kind of thing that allows you to configure a bunch of stuff in this environment. Auto raise after interval. Interval before raising selected windows. Focus desktop, focus prevention level. Focus prevention window. Huh. So if I put this to off, does it change the behavior of our emulator here? Let's see. That did not change. You would think it's this, right? Because I think this here is what we see, that little dialogue that we see. I guess. There's no like apply or anything, right? I wish I knew more about how Ubuntu works. I mean, maybe this is just a raise window issue, right? See this? I would have thought that the change I just made would get rid of that and immediately focus to this. I mean, we can see here, like, I run this and the focus does shift to the application here, and if I kill this, focus goes back to the console. So I mean, it is doing something there, but it's when I want it to set focus from my application that it doesn't respect it. Or maybe just raise window doesn't do what we think, or doesn't work. Pretty sure this won't make any difference. Was it again set window? This is very slow. Come on. I don't know what's going on, but this VM is running way slower than usual. I mean, I guess maybe that thing that pops up is the behavior that we should expect. I don't know. Linux people can tell me. If you guys are Linux users, maybe you can explain this to me. Alright, let me see if I can at least get the console focus stuff to work. not sure what I'm looking for here. Okay, I'm getting really tired of how slow this is running. It feels like it's going crazy slow. Let's close some stuff here. Okay, so we did this console control handler stuff here. And I'm just not sure if there's a way in Linux when you run to get access to your console. I mean, there must be, right? Let's see. Is it console? Xterm title. I mean, there may just not be a way to do this. Maybe I should not use terminal. I should say terminal. Okay, it's just like, it's not at all what I'm looking for. Basically what I'm looking for is, in Windows there's this API for, interacting with the console that is associated to the application that's running. Is there such a thing in Linux, and can I rely on that? I mean, I know I can do printf and all that, but is there like a con IO that I can use to like say put the focus on the console? Is it GTK I should be looking for? I really know nothing about this kind of stuff. See, like on Windows, say set console focus, I can actually get the console window, the hwin to the console, which is just a Win32 function called get console window. Is there like such a thing for No, Windows console functions are unportable by design. Under Unix systems, there is no difference between console and other applications, so things are completely different. Okay. Right, stood in, stood out, of course, is what I use. Useless. Okay, same thread as before. Hmm. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. So you have to use ANSI terminal codes for some of this. Control sequences. None of these, of course, have to do with focus, but I do wonder. Maybe another way is when we start our application, before we create the SDL window, maybe there's a way to get the handle to the current window, which would be the console we're in. Current window handle. GDK X11 drawable get XID. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Big waste of time. Well, this is pretty complex. Python? Well, maybe that'll give me a hint. Maybe this. Is it possible to retrieve the active window process title? Oh, this could be interesting. Let me try this. Might need to include something, but let's go right to the beginning of our main here. I'm missing an include file, but just want to see if this builds. Oh yeah. Okay, so GDK, active window. Let's go find the header file for this. Okay, this returns a GTK screen, and then from there we can get the default window. That's cool. How do I figure out the header file for this? So if this gives us a window handle, we might be able to do something. Let's see. Whoops. Where was that change? I guess it was here. And we get no. That's too bad. Well, so I guess that console really isn't the active window. Let me try something, just to be sure. I'm wondering if the debugging here might be getting in the way. Technically the active window is Visual Studio Code here, right? GDK is screen failed. That's interesting. GDK critical. GDK screen get active window assertion. GDK is screen failed. So I guess the get screen is what failed here, right? Let's try that. Get screen default. So, not as productive an evening as I was hoping. I am planning to end the stream in about half an hour, so I hope I can get somewhere with this. It would be really cool. We've kind of got the focus going for the window, sorta, but I would really like having both, just like I have on Windows. Yeah, so active screen returns null. Huh. Why is that? That seems kind of odd. Why would this function fail? Gets a default screen for the default display. Then does display get default? If there's no default display, why wouldn't I have a default display? GTK init was missing. Oh, I just saw the answer. Okay, so maybe we need to call it after the SDL init, which I assume might do a G. Let me try this. It might do the GTK init that we need. No, we'll move it after even the SDL init, just because this would be a cleaner place. Hey, why isn't this, what happened to my client format? Did I disable it? Oh, it's there. Can't even, what's going on here? Tab moves focus. No. Well, I don't know what's going on. Everything's going wrong with the VS Code tonight. It's slow. My formatting is not working. What is going on? There's client format. Alright, so let's see if now we get a screen and a window. Because if we do, I mean, I assume it's going to be the one of the console, right? Although now it might be that of Visual Studio, so maybe I shouldn't run from here. I'm still curious. No, still no. Give this a whirl. Really? Okay, and it is not declared. So it should be here. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know why it's not finding this. GTK screen and all that it finds, but GTK init check is not finding it. Doesn't make any sense. GTK.h. Oh, GTK. Oh. Didn't even realize. Oh, I see. Interesting. Must be getting tired. Okay, now it's building. I don't know if this is valid. Like, should I be even doing this? This looks like I'm falling outside of what SDL is supposed to give me. One thing I don't understand is how come I can't use these GTK functions, but I can when it comes to showing that dialogue. Oh, look at that, we actually got something here. And we got a window back. Interesting. Okay, let me just take a look at I can knock file dialog here. Ah, there's the init check. Okay. So I guess it's okay. Okay. I mean, I guess I could pass in null. I don't really care about processing yargs. Okay, so let's say this is our console window, right? Let's try a little hack and see if that actually does anything. Say we go to our set console focus. it's a GTK window that I want. GTK window star for now. GTK window star, and I'll say console window. Maybe it's a function on the window. GTK window present. GTK window focus. In most cases, GTK window present should be used rather than calling this function. Okay. Apparently not. GTK window present. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Maybe. If you're calling this function in response to user interaction, it is preferable to use GTK present with time. Interesting. Okay, let's see. I just need to go back into where we made our change. So let's say we set this here. It'd be really interesting to see if this works. We may have found a way. Okay, doesn't like something. Cannot convert from GTK window star to GDK. Huh. What's the difference really between a GTK window and a GDK window? A GTK window is a rectangular region on the screen. It is a low-level object used to implement high-level objects such as GTK widget and GTK window. GTK window is a top-level window. The thing a user might think of as a window with a title bar and so on. GTK window may contain many GTK window. Ah. So GDK window is the type that wraps around a window manager window and provides a portable interface that GDK Plus uses. Interesting. So GDK window is like lower level. So is there a way to get default or active GTK window? Oh, this is what we were looking at before, isn't it? GTK window gets screen that returns the GDK screen. Get thought I was getting there. We actually are getting something, but oh, that's interesting. Maybe this window list top levels. This is Python, of course, but maybe there's something like that. Interesting. So that's maybe a potential avenue. Yeah, see this answer says the same thing about getting, or is this the same one? You can get a list of all top-level windows for the application. Then iterate until you find one where window.isActive returns true. From the screen, get default, there's get top-level windows. This will only get you GTK windows and not GTK windows. Right. What's this? Huh. This might be what I need. Look at that. GTK window. Let's try this. Oh, that's a nice header file. Ostensibly don't need GDK here. That's not good. Why GTK Unix print of all things? This doesn't look right. For GTK application? It looks like it would just want gtk.h. So why is it unhappy with that? But it definitely did not know about that function. Not looking good. You have to pass in an application. Maybe that's why it's failing. Alright, well, I am presently running out of time, unfortunately. So, looks like I'm gonna have to call it a night. Let me just pass a null pointer here. I don't know. Just to see if the problem here is more that it's not finding this overload. Yeah, because I think that's the case. No, it doesn't see it. Alright, well, not sure what's going on, but I'll think about this and maybe do a little bit of research. See if I can figure out what the deal is. I mean, honestly, it's not like the end of the world if this doesn't work, you know. At least we got the focus in one direction. But it would have been nice for it to behave like it does in Windows. You know, being able to go back and forth between the console and the application. It works really well on Windows, but maybe it's just too difficult, or I just don't know how to do it. Real shame. And like, why would this here, GTK Unix print? What a weird header name. Looks like I'm not the only one who's had this problem. It has been removed. Oh. See, I installed a GTK 2.0 dev. Isn't that exactly what I install? Right there. Is already the newest version. This is the kind of stuff I hate dealing with. I think it's the same issue, same thread as before. Alright. So, apparently you're supposed to install exactly what I installed, and this header should be there. But anyway. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night, and should be back on Wednesday, on Thursday. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you then.